future of the Negro in this country is precisely as bright or as dark as the future of the country.
This is why Frederick Douglass could say that emancipation for the Negro was freedom to hunger, freedom to the winds and rains of heaven, freedom without roofs to cover their heads.
And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it.
My voice, your voice, our voices amplified. Welcome one and all to the Minority Report Radio, aka TMR Radio, the show where we discuss all topics concerning the black community, from relationships to religion, to offer a different perspective and to change the narrative. I'm your host, Alex, joined with my co-host, Cam.
Yo.
And this is our journey to identify our problems as a whole and offer up a few solutions and maybe get you into some new music along the way. We got a banger for y'all today. We got a banger for y'all today. Cam brought this to my attention. I don't know much about it, so I'm just gonna jump into it, but he's a little more prepared, so I'm gonna let him take over.
So I found this comment under a YouTube video titled "The Dark Side of Male Quote Unquote Improvement Content." It's a pretty lengthy comment, but it's relevant. It's extremely relevant, and it paints a picture from the male perspective and about male life that a lot of society, especially American society, or should I say society in the West, does not recognize as a thing. But before that, we're going to hit you with some music, and then we'll get into it.
Baby, I see you hanging with your friends, chilling day and night for days on end. Now you can't come see me tonight. Say you ain't got the time. I'm the last one you prioritize. Keeping your IG pictures on my phone. I won't spend another night at home. Okay, I'ma just be on my way. You see, I'm not the one you take for granted, babe. I know
we're back. Yeah, so let's jump straight into this topic. This comment was actually written by a man. I actually asked for his permission to use it and credit him. Michael Riddick is his name on YouTube. Yeah, let's pull it up. All right, he says, calling red pill men quote unquote hurt is dismissive and clouding the issue. They aren't hurt, they are grieving. There's a difference. Once you realize that everything you were taught growing up was a lie, you've lost not only just your worldview of the past and present, but for the future as well. That's why many guys never leave that quote unquote red pill rage stage or too easily slip back into it. They aren't grieving the death of a person, they're grieving the death of their hopes and dreams. Anyone who legitimately, quote, hates women and calls themselves, quote, red pill misses the point of taking it in the first place. It's not for free license to spew vitriol and anger at women. The entire point is to prevent men from hating women for not being what they could never be in the first place. I wish I had found the red pill earlier in my life, but at least the generation that comes after me won't make the same mistakes. I wasted so much time wrapped up in bullshit that didn't matter, suffering through abusive relationships that crippled me. I consumed your content along with Michaela's and, of course, her father, Dr. Peterson's, but the rational male came to me after the end of a short relationship that challenged everything I had been taught to expect, and it gave me what I needed: answers. Women aren't china dolls made of fragile porcelain with immaculate paint. They're just as flawed, broken, and damaged as the rest of us. Bruh, let that sink in. That last sentence, bruh. And this, I think, is the missing piece in 2022, honestly. Women are raised a specific way to view men a specific way. And that's not to say all women are raised this way. The majority are. And it's a combination of upbringing, propaganda to the media, feminism, social media, uh, TV, all of it. Disney robbed millennials, in my opinion. And it affected not just women, but men. I hear all the time women talk about the quote unquote patriarchy and how the patriarchy is damaging to men. Listen here, I'm not saying if the patriarchy exists or not. We live in a patriarchy, I believe. But at the same time, you can't deny the fact that women are sold to men, especially at a young age, as sugar and spice and everything nice. And I hate to use that
Oh, bro. Oh, my
colloquialism.
God.
Nigga, you remember the Powerpuff Girls? Nigga, like
Wait,
all
even that's
these.
a terrible, even that's a terrible, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off in the middle of your point, but it's just kind of funny. Even the Powerpuff Girls are a poor example of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Nigga, have you seen what they do to Mojo Jojo?
But
And
that's not the point. Mojo Jojo is painted as just a villain, right? That's another trope we can get into, but that's not the point. The point is that as young boys, especially boys raised in single mother households, bruh, boys are taught that women can do no wrong, bruh. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of men drink this Kool-Aid. And I'm going to go through three important stages. There are more, but there are three important stages that a man goes through. In my opinion, this is just me, Cam speaking. Three important stages that men go through in their life. First is the point that the boy becomes a man. And at that happens, that occurs mentally when the boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And by that, I mean, if you, by decisions that you have made, are in a bad spot, there is no get out of jail free card, right? There is no social safety net. There is nothing that you can do as a man. Think about it. Even when you look at abused men, how many male abuse shelters are there in the United States? On one hand, like 5. And that's not to say that it's rare. It happens often. Hell, on social media, you can pull up almost any clip of a woman beating a dude's ass. You'll see laughs in the comments, bro. So it's not to say it don't happen. It does. But at the same time, you have to realize society does not care. No one cares. So who's coming to save that dude? If a dude makes poor financial choices, guess where he ends up? On the street. No one is coming to save you as a man. That's the first lesson that a boy learns that turns him into a man. That you are on your own. And that's not to say that you don't have mentors or other guides in your life. That's not to say that. That's not to say you don't have a father, a mother, any of that. But at the end of the damn day, when rubber meets the road, you're on your own. And that is a cold reality to realize as a man, as a young man. It's cold. The second phase, the second altering of a worldview of a man in America or in the West in general, and I'm gonna call this the lifting of the veil. The lifting of the veil that women are just as fallible as you. That they are not all sugar and spice and everything nice. That you will run into some women that are in the quote unquote term that that Kevin Samuels coined last month, have a hyena mindset.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on the hyena mindset. Jesus.
It just is what it is. They're human. They're human. And then I'm going to call the third stage the shattering of the veil. Because this is the point where you realize that everything that you was taught about women, not necessarily that they're sugar and spice and everything nice, but what they look for in a man isn't what they look for in men. You start noticing, oh, damn. Well, wait, I got my career together. I got my life in order. I consider myself a pleasant person. Why am I having trouble attracting women? Why are they going for the guys who are broke and don't have their life together? And like, it doesn't make any sense. And as a man, believe it or not, our job is to fix shit. We are very logical motherfuckers. So when you start asking these questions as a man, you are completely disheartened. You're like, I don't understand. I remember I was 19 years old dating a woman, and she told me, now mind you, this is before my wife. I don't want to get people confused. Honey, if you're listening, this is before you. She told me, you're a good dude, but you're too nice.
Oh, fuck. Go ahead.
Too nice?
Nigga, I am so tired of hearing that song.
Is that a thing? Dude, my muffin catback was blown blue. Too nice? So again, I ask, logically speaking, if you're the chooser, and let's not get it twisted, women are the choosers. Women wait at the finish line and fuck the winners. Let's not sugarcoat this. You choose who to have sex with, because otherwise it would be a fucking felony, right? So if you're choosing this, why would you not choose the nice guy?
Oh, we know why that is.
I'm saying as a young me, because again, naivety, right? Most young men are naive. Most young men are naive.
And that is one hell of a naive concept. Nice guy. Oh, it's not even that nice guys finished last. It's just nobody wants that nigga. Nobody wants a nice guy. Nobody wants a dude that is, that treat. No, okay. This is what I learned from my last relationship, and this is where the illusion completely shattered. And I'm sorry if I'm stepping on your toes here,
No,
but
go.
The illusion shattered me. Nobody wants anything that is unearned. I'm gonna say that again. Nobody wants anything that they haven't earned. As a nice guy, and as a former nice guy, I don't know what the fuck I am now, but I'm just not that dude anymore. As a nice guy, you tend to give and give freely your time, your attention, your money, your resources, anything that she asks for, just because you're interested and you think that you can see this connection going somewhere, you're ready and willing to give. It's also a part of that whole, I want to prove to her that I can be a provider, that I am husband-minded, that I can be there when she needs me kind of deal. There's a whole lot behind that mindset. It's not just, and I hate this whole simp culture shit. Like, because I'm guilty of using the terminology because it's so embedded in the zeitgeist right now, right? But truth be told, I hate this terminology because it's not so simple as it being a simp thing. You understand? These are men who have fell for the okie doke of feminist propaganda. But the reverse of that, being a feminist, you don't want the dude who fell for the feminist shit. You always step over his corpse to get to the nigga who's gonna mistreat you so you can complain that niggas ain't shit. How the fuck does that work?
You know, it's funny you say that because I heard a woman say recently, we like toxic men. And I said, explain that to me. And she said, it's not that we like being necessarily mistreated. It's that if he's willing to mistreat us, then that means he has a backbone. If we can't walk on him, or like you said, get something that wasn't earned, then that turns us on. That's a challenge. That's something we have to work at. And I was like, so like you said, a dude that's willing to give freely to you is not necessarily, I hate using the term alpha because that's trash, because that's not how human beings work. It's not ideal in a man. Like, you have to constantly, and I hate to use, these, because some of these terms in the red pill community, I'm not saying that they're all spot the fuck on. Some of them are very immature, or should I say, not worded in a very mature way.
Well, I mean, we could argue semantics later. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even necessarily, the ideas haven't really been fleshed out enough, I feel like. Not saying that they're not. It's almost like whatever. This is another topic, but it's almost like, back in the day when all those talk shows come out in the 90s and in the 80s and shit, like Phil Donahue and Ricky Lake and all that bullshit. And it was in its infantile state. The manosphere is in its infantile state.
Right.
And it's getting all this attention while it's trying to grow. So you're going to have missteps. You're going to have, ideas that haven't really been fleshed out fully. It's not 100% science, in other words. You know what I'm saying? Because men haven't had the voice to speak this way. Even though, let's not get it twisted, I've heard this talk all my life from men. The thing that's cracking me up.
You know what it is? This stage of the red pill community is the venting stage. We're still in the venting stage.
Oh, yes. I like that. I like that. That's basically what it is.
We're literally just getting out everything that we have ever held back and pent up, and dealing with our own dealing with the actual fucking reality. That's literally what this is. We're in the venting stage. So there you go.
Yes. And I think, honestly, that's part of what they call the quote unquote red pill rage. It's not that men are mad at women. It's not that. It's almost like akin to like millennials, right? Millennials and their parents, our parents as millennials, basically forced college on us. I remember hearing so many of my friends, yo, it was either college or I had to get the fuck out the house. College or military. Like, you gotta go to school. There is no, oh no, there's another way, or I want to try. No, motherfucker, you're going to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the aftermath of that, right? Because again, logically speaking, we were taught, go to school, get good grades, get a good job. Go to school, get good grades, get a good job, right? That was fucking preached constantly through media, through our parents. They fucking force-fed us that propaganda nonstop. Now you have, fast forward to 2022, you got millennials with fucking master's degrees working at McDonald's. Like, you see what I'm saying?
No, you ain't gonna tell me I'm one of those dudes again who fell for the okie doke.
But again, the frustration, would you call that hating education? No. That's fucking frustration with the status quo that you were fucking lied to. And anyone who's lied to in that way would feel pissed. Women should feel pissed that their mothers and the propaganda in the media told them that men were a certain way. And now that the manosphere is shattering that veil, they should be fucking livid. Women should be pissed. And a lot of them are. I'm seeing more and more women pop up on YouTube talking about we were lied to. Men aren't this way. I'm having trouble showing affection to men because I was told not to do that. That men don't have feelings. That men don't need to be reassured. Men are human too. They should be pissed off. You see what I'm saying?
No,
and it should be a righteous anger. Because as a society, we failed. We fucking failed. And then as the black community, we really fucking failed. And this is where I think the reason why Kevin Samuels is really taking off, the reason why he has so many goddamn subscribers, both men and women, is because he's talking from both points of view. Men should be pissed off that society basically excommunicated men. That's basically what they did. Feminism came in second wave and said, fuck men, we don't need them. What? How can you say you don't need 50% of the population, bro? It's not a thing. Nowhere else is that a thing.
That mindset remind me of this clip that I saw. And if I can find it, I'll try to put it up. But it reminds me of this clip that I saw where it was I think it was 8 at the table. I'm not sure if it was 8 at the table, but I think it was 8 at the table.
Yes, I know exactly what clip you're talking about.
You know, they were talking about, you know, one of the women was saying, we don't need men to have a baby. I can just go to the fucking doctor and go to the damn sperm bank and
no,
you know,
that wasn't
make a baby. And the guys were sitting up there trying to tell you, like, but where does the sperm come from? From the doctor. No, you need a man to produce said sperm. Even the sperm clinic needs men to come in and volunteer their sperm for you to choose from. You can't eliminate half of the population. You're not Thanos.
Bruh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That wasn't 8 at the table. That was our boys, the black dudes, the black brothers over at oh God, what's the name of that podcast? The Three Brothers. Shoot, it's killing me. I'll think of it in a bit. But yeah. Oh, the Daily Wrap-Up Crew.
The Daily Wrap-Up Crew, that's them. Okay.
The Daily Wrap-Up Crew. Yeah. And just that mindset, bro. Like Pink Book had that video earlier, showing that fucking video from 1986, bro. Dude. Young black women talking the exact same way.
And we will get into
36 years later.
We will get into that when we come back after this. and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for listening to the short intermission. We hope you liked the music. And by the way, if there is any music any genre of music, I'm sorry, that you might want to hear, hit us up. Let us know. Everything we use is royalty free. So, I just want to make sure that, it has to be a genre, and we'll put a playlist together for you. So this next topic that we're going to talk about, first of all, we want to give a shout out to Pink Book Lessons for bringing this topic up. It's something that we didn't know existed until she did it, and then we went to go look for it. It's a 1986 CBS report on the vanishing Black family. We'll put the link in the description so that you can watch it. It's about an hour and 31 minutes, but it's very, very important and very, very familiar if you're paying attention. Cam?
Yeah, this report came from a news station in 1986, but the year I was born, my God. The year I was born. They were talking about the vanishing Black family, the fact that the nuclear family in the Black community had dwindled from being as robust as 80+% in the 60s to now 50% in 86, in the 80s. Obviously, there's a lot of structural things that go into this, but honestly, I don't know about you, Alex, but I'm damn near 40. I'm damn near 40, and I'm about tired of the same tropes, the same blaming of the white man. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Nobody is saying that what white people did back in the day wasn't a travesty, and it doesn't have ripple effects. But at a certain point, when you know better, you do better, period. There is no excuse in 2022 with the amount of studies, the amount of statistics, the information that we have at our fingertips that no generation has had access to before, that we are still heading down the exact same path that our teen mothers in 1986 were barreling down. This report is startling. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend you go and watch it. And I also recommend you pair that with the Moynihan report. Go and read that as well.
We're gonna play a short clip from that video real quick, just so you can get an idea of what you're in for. So here's that clip.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. It's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Okay, so that's just a taste of the documentary. Like I said, we'll have a link in our description so you can go watch it yourself. Highly suggested. It's riveting, it's terrifying, and it's definitely something that we should all keep in the forefront of our minds, as opposed to dismissing it as propaganda of whatever kind, because as the saying goes, those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. Nigga, we on a loop right now,
bro. Straight cyclical. And it's insane.
Like,
it's insane that it's been 36 years since this,
and nothing's changed.
The same talking point.
I take that back.
Go ahead.
I take that back. Something has changed. It got worse. That was the change. It got worse. It got fucking worse. Way fucking worse.
No.
At least more fucking, more baby mamas, more babies, and so on and so forth. One thing that really stuck out to me in that clip though, was the tired trope that we keep hearing over and over again. Where what really hit me was like, I don't want no man holding me down.
Woo! Isn't that
hold you down?
We just
hold you back.
Okay, little back.
What?
Little backstory, ladies and gentlemen. I had a discussion with Alex about a comment I saw a woman, and it's common that I'm seeing it, where we're talking about ownership, where I don't want a man to own me.
Oh yeah, that.
What?
I never understood, like, because when Cam showed me when we discussed that, right? I had never heard of that before. To equate marriage to slavery,
bro,
is an asinine notion to me,
bro. I have never. Like, it blew me back because I had a conversation with that lady in the comment section. I said, "Hey, like, what do you mean by ownership? Like, I've never looked at my wife as property. She's a stay-at-home mom. I would never. That is a hard job. You understand? That's a needed job. You understand? I would never look at her like she's my property. Own? It blew my mind, man. It really did.
And I think it speaks more to the mindset of, women who think this way, because obviously not all, because we got to throw that out there. But I think it really speaks to the mind more so of the women who think this way, as opposed to the men that they project it onto.
Woo! Projection.
Do you think so little of yourself for whatever reasons that you think that the next dude is going, like the dude that you marry or eventually get married, will think that you're his property? And that's not how we think,
bro. Real talk. And that's not to say that all men don't think like. Listen, there might be men that are sexist in that way, and this is where I think feminism has jumped the shark, because all men are sexist. What? All men are sexist? All right. Okay. I guess.
And it's really weird, and it's really strange that there's this one size fit all mentality when it comes down to men, instead of taking every person as an individual on a case by case basis. And that's the flaw in a lot of the miscommunication that we have. You know what I'm saying? You're not addressing a mofo as an individual. This is a new guy. I don't know if he's like the old guy. He could be the best guy, but I don't know, because I'm still reeling from my past trauma.
Yep, exactly.
That is not how you should be doing that. If you do that, you shut yourself off from something potentially good. Yes, you also shut yourself off from something potentially dangerous. That's also true. But life is about risk.
Woo! Say it again.
You have to be measured in your decisions. You can't just automatically think. I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic.
No. But it needs to be said, right? And also, let's not kid ourselves. Therapy, bro. Therapy. Both men and women in our community need therapy. I truly believe that. I don't think my marriage would be as strong as it currently is, or that I think it is, if it wasn't for the couples counseling we had. Listen.
Did not know y'all did that. I just thought y'all naturally just kind of ended up melding together because y'all talk.
No.
You two niggas actually talk. I've seen y'all together.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes, we talk, and it's funny. It's funny because I had already read the book before my therapist gave it to me. But the first book she made us read was the 5 love languages, right? We went to therapy and now mind you, I'm not saying we were having marital issues. This is actually when we were freshly married, and it was free.
I think that's the best time to do.
Well, this is the thing. It was free while I was in the military. And a friend of mine recommended it to me because he said, why not? Everything needs maintenance, man. Some of the wisest words I ever got from a friend. He said, everything needs maintenance. Just go. It don't cost you nothing. And it can only help. It can only help. Point. Man, I went up there and I asked my wife, I said, hey, you want to go to this marriage counselor thing? She was like, yeah, let's go. Let's see. Went up there, got some talking. We went a total of 2 weeks because I was getting out of the military at the time, so it was 2 weeks, and tremendous help, man. Taught us how to communicate, ways in which techniques we can use to talk to each other. Like, that shit helps. I recommend couples therapy to everybody, and I didn't even go that damn long. I mean, me and Ashley were pretty solid from jump, so we didn't need a lot of therapy. It was just something to do at the time, right? Like maintenance. Were we having marital troubles? No, but again, maintenance, preventative maintenance.
Which I am a proponent of, because like you said, therapy can help, even if it's just individual therapy, not even couples therapy.
Yes,
just individual care. Get your shit right. Be a whole and complete individual in and of yourself before you go into couples therapy, try to learn how to be one with another mofo.
Real talk.
Because like, which goes into my another point, that like it goes into that whole thing with one of the girls in that clip was like, I didn't have a father, so I don't think a man is needed in a relationship to raise a baby. Woo! Like, are you kidding me? You clearly don't know the importance of a 2-family household because your mama made the same mistake that you made. She passed it down to you, and oh my God, it's nature. Everything reproduces after itself.
Yep.
Everything does. A chicken reproduces another chicken. A bear reproduces another bear. An eagle reproduces another eagle. A baby mama is going to reproduce another baby mama if you don't intervene. y'all talk so much and harp so hard on generational curses. That's what that is.
Bruh, you ain't lying. 36 years ago, bruh. And this is the thing about the video that really like shook me. It's because the same shit that they were saying in this video, bro, in this special. I'm like, how many women parrot the same shit they said 36 years ago, my guy?
Wait a minute. It's so funny. It's so funny because and children learn more from what they see.
Ooh.
Right? Wait a minute. There's a B clause, but wait, guess more. They learn more from what they see, and I got this from KS because I didn't know there was a B clause to this little ditty.
Mm-hmm.
They learn from what they see. They learn more from what they see, and they echo what they learn.
Ooh.
So what example are you setting to prevent your seed from being the next generation of single mothers? Because clearly it wasn't, I mean, anybody who's honest about child rearing knows that the shit is not easy. I don't have any kids, but I know plenty of single mothers. Hell, my mom was a single mom. So I know how hard that shit is.
Listen, my wife.
For you to spout this ridiculous notion that you don't need no man.
Listen, I have showed my wife clips of these young women saying that they don't need a man, and my wife looks at them like they're fucking crazy. She said, there is no way I would choose to do this by my damn self. There's no way. Get out of your mind. No.
And you know what it is? You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is.
What?
And when y'all watch the clip, when y'all watch the full thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. There was another part in the interview where one of the girls who became the main focus, the 17-year-old girl, that she reads at a 6th grade level and math at 5, like at a 5th grade level and that kind of thing. The same issue is it has repeated itself also. It's the romanticism of responsibility. She thought that having a baby was going to be glamorous, that it was going to be easy. You're going to have this thing that loves you unconditionally, that you can hold and hug and love on, and you know what I'm saying, that whole thing. But when that reality hit, and that baby was born,
she herself said, "Oh, this shit hard."
She had to pinch us. So for anybody out there spouting this rhetoric that being a single mother is all the rage, either one of two things. Either you're getting buku amounts of money to where being a single mother.
Cop out.
Hold on, let me finish. to where that being a single mother doesn't really affect you, even though that in and of itself is a fallacy because a child needs both parents, period.
Thank you.
But let's just say you don't consider yourself a baby mom because you're making enough money to take care of you and it and be comfortable. Fine, whatever. Or, and this is the more common one, you're a damn fool.
Listen here, 7% of Black women earn over $75,000 a year. Just 7%. It's not a huge pool. But yet we have over 70% of our kids being born out of wedlock. Come on.
I mean, yeah.
Come on. The odds of you having enough money to take care of yourself and that child, bro. And it's not even just that. Like, I don't even care if you have a lot of money. Rihanna just recently said that she's pregnant. She's fucking rich. Guess what? Marriage, mud. Marry that baby's father, man. What are you doing?
Look it down. Which was surprising to me since you brought up Rihanna. And I'm sorry, Rihanna, I need a divorce since you went and got pregnant. I can no longer.
Man, I love Rihanna, but I think that was boneheaded as shit because it sends the wrong message, man.
Well, I mean,
and I'm not saying we're supposed to be looking at.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you.
I'm not saying we're supposed to be looking at celebrities as role models because let's not get it twisted. As adults, you have to understand that they live a completely different life. But at the same damn time,
and that was my point.
Listen, I had a discussion with another person. Listen, I don't care how much money you make. The family unit is the family unit, bro. I don't care. There are intangibles that are involved, man. You can't buy that shit. There's certain things you need a man for, especially a child, man. It is what it is. This idea that this matriarch is just going to form and children are going to be okay. The statistics don't back that, man. Fatherless children are, show me the net positive. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want men and women in that's listening to this. I want you, because I can't find it. I want you to show me the net positive in our community that has sprung up because of out of wedlock births. And what I mean by that is every metric for that child is negative. They're more likely to end up in jail. As a woman of a single mother, you're more likely to end up as a teenage mother. All the negative statistics. Show me the positive one. I want to see some positive ones. Since this is how it's supposed to be, right? This is how nature intended, right? I want to see the positives of being a single mother. And for that child, I want to see that. You know what? I'll go with y'all. We all going to do some homework. That's what we're going to do. Homework. We're going to try to find positive statistics about children that come from single mother households. That's what we're going to do. I'm going.
Oh, you know how vast the damn internet is?
Bro.
You're talking about trying to find a needle in a haystack.
You underestimate my Google food, brother.
And you ain't got no damn
magnet. You underestimate my connects. Listen, you think I'm bullshit? I'm about to email some of the professors I know of gender stuff. Listen, we about to go in. I want to hear a net positive statistic for out of wedlock children that don't know their fathers. That's what I want.
I can't think of a single one as one.
That just might be a limitation of your knowledge. That might be a limitation of my knowledge. Guess what? We're gonna find out.
I'm not even talking about anecdotally. I'm just talking about personally. I can't think of a single fucking positive, to be honest. Everything, all my experiences growing up from a single parent home has been negative. Every single bit.
Oh,
like, man, so like you grow up thinking that something's missing. You feel incomplete. You don't know the other half of your DNA because he's not around. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the guidance that you need when you're trying to figure out, yourself and all that. Like I can go on and on and on, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't think of a single one just from experience alone. So I doubt I'm gonna find anything statistically positive about coming from a single family. And that's what all I'm saying.
Well, I guess we'll find out next time. I'm gonna bring this up again. Next show. We doing that. I'm gonna give it a week.
Not a week.
Oh, I'm giving it a week because I got somewhere to be tomorrow. But I'm gonna give it a week. We're gonna look it up. We're gonna do our research, and we coming back to this discussion. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh shit! I mean, guys, when Cam gets like this, he gets like this. There ain't no swaying him now. On that note, we're gonna definitely check out that documentary. Definitely check it out. Click that link, watch it. It's only an hour and a half. You can listen to it if you want to. We'll be right back with some music and the lesson of the day. Stay tuned.
I don't wanna waste a minute. Don't have any plans, swing it. If you got a glass, fill it. Cause I need it now. Money is a bitch in it. I don't wanna think about it. So if you know the song, sing it. Cause I need it now. Take me to a place where the music's loud. I don't wanna think right now. Flashing lights running through the crowd. I don't ever wanna stop. So let's get out. Let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to fucking drop it with you now. With you now. Tear the roof off every building. I know I'll be spending millions with you. Just tell me what you wanna do. So let's get out. Let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to spend it all. I don't wanna waste a minute. Don't have any plans, swing it. If you got a glass, fill it. Cause I need it now. Money is a bitch in it. I don't wanna think about it. So if you know the song, sing it. Cause I need it now. Take me to a place where the music's loud. I don't wanna think right now. Flashing lights running through the crowd. I don't ever wanna stop. So let's get out. Let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to fucking drop it with you now. With you now. Tear the roof off every building. I know I'll be spending millions with you. Just tell me what you wanna do. So let's get out. Let's get out. I got money in my pocket and I'm about to spend it all. About to spend it all. About to spend it all.
Okay, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you spending some time with your boys. As always, I am your host, Alex, joined with my co-host, Cam. We believe that every encounter that you have is a chance to learn something. So what did we learn today? What is the big takeaway from the conversation today? Well, if you're asking me, I think the biggest lesson to take away here is that we need a new foundation. The hottest movie right now that everybody's talking about is Encanto. And the last song was this one, All of You, in which they talk about the way the family unit is right now isn't working. And before too long, it's going to splinter, crack, and just break. We are in a crisis. We need to rebuild from the studs on up if we're going to survive what's coming. So thank you for listening. Tell us what you think. You agree? Yes, no, maybe so. Check out the descriptions. Check out the links in the description down below, and we'll check you guys next time. Peace.